Whoa, whoa, you got the best of my love. Greg, sing it. Whoa, whoa,
You
you
get the
got the
best of
best of
my
my love. Oh, man. To me, we were harmonized.
Yeah, I mean, it's something like harmony.
Well, you know what? Hey, welcome. This is the Nick Knows Nothing podcast. That's probably going to be our best entrance of all time.
Of all time.
I'm not the greatest singer. Greg is not the greatest, but he's one of them. That's a shout out to my friend Dylan Lewis. That's what his grandpa says. He's a good grandpa. Yeah.
Shout out to Dylan's grandpa.
Exactly. Greg, how have you been? Now we're coming in a little bit late. We were both sick. We were battling stuff last week. It just wasn't a good week for us. So we come back refreshed and ready to go.
We should stop kissing each other when we're sick, man. So only one of us will get it.
Well, you got to stop being so cute on the other side. Even though we're not even together, you're actually an hour away from me.
A whole hour.
In real time. So, Greg, you've been good. Anything new in your life? Is all as well in your world?
Yeah, we're getting settled, man. All is well at the moment.
Okay, good. You got property. You're doing things, and at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for.
You're setting a low pole, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to wake up and do things.
There's a wide barometer of things that you could see. I use the word barometer a lot now. It just is a good word. It encompasses everything.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say, Greg?
I'll agree with that. Just cause, why not?
Thank you. We're going to kind of keep it pretty similar to last podcast. There's just a few changes. I have a couple other segments before we had Nick's picks. Correct, Greg?
Mm-hmm.
And in Nick's picks, that we're going to keep that. We're going to keep that segment going. But we've added maybe one or two more little segments here, and I'm just going to pop them in on you. We got Nick's riddles, and that's where I tell Greg a riddle, and that's pretty self-explanatory from then on out. He's got to figure it out. That's how that works. And then I also have one other one. It's called Nick's Secret Ingredient of the Week. I'm going to say the word secret one more time because I messed up. Nick's Secret Ingredient of the Week. And that's where I just tell you an ingredient that you should try in a certain dish that you wouldn't normally try. You wouldn't normally try. So I'm going to pop those in sporadically. Now, Greg, I'm going to kind of just get right into it and just drop some news on you. You know who Kevin Spacey is, right?
Yeah.
You know the weird stuff that went around with him as of recent, right?
Yeah, really weird.
So listen to this. His massage therapist who accused him of sexual assault has died.
Wait, the person that accused him of sexual assault,
yes,
has kicked the bucket,
has died. Oh,
wow.
Are you sniffing something out here? Are you getting after something?
No, it's just it's just one of those stories that it's weird. Like, I don't know who the person is. I know nothing about this person, but they're dead now. So that's that's a fact.
And you know what? Realizing this after the fact, hindsight's 2020. I don't really know much about this entire case. So bringing up this, it's just pretty much bringing it up to say, well, it could either be he's very rich and maybe something could have happened, or maybe nothing happened and the guy just maybe accidentally died.
Maybe.
Either way.
Was it an old person?
Well, Greg, I'm not nearly prepared enough for questioning at the moment. Now, the charges were dropped due to the unavailability of the complaining witness in the beginning.
Wait, say that again?
The charges, even before that, back in July, I believe, the prosecutors dropped criminal charges against Kevin Spacey due to the unavailability of the complaining witness.
So he could have been, or she. Is it a she or a he?
I believe it's a he.
Oh, well, he could have been sick for a while then.
But who made him sick? Do you see what I mean, Greg?
Not even a little bit.
You don't know. And this is what this is actually a faux topic to get into my next topic, this is a surprise thing. I never told Greg about this. I'm just dropping it on him right now. The surprise topic is conspiracy theories, and which ones do you truly believe?
Look at that.
Yeah, how'd you like that, Greg? That was usually we do like kind of a little recap of what we're gonna do before the episode, and today I told Greg everything I was doing, but then all of a sudden, right in the middle of it, he didn't even have a damn clue. I just dropped it on him, and here we are, Greg. The reason why I brought it up is because you could make a conspiracy theory just out of that headline alone.
Yeah.
What conspiracy theories do you believe in? And let's just keep it to one.
I'm going to say Kevin Spacey had someone poison this person.
Okay, no, you can't do that. That's cheating, and you're just going the convenient way. So I need you to actually. I know you believe in conspiracy theories. You're a psychopath.
I do actually believe. I go for the more believable ones. I mean, like Bigfoot and all that stuff. I'm not into, but yeah, I go for the more believable. There actually are some even alien abduction stories that I kind of find believable.
Well, now we're just the Joe Rogan podcast, but in order to not be that, I just want you to keep it to one specific conspiracy theory, because we could just go on and on about if aliens exist and all that, and maybe one day we do, and they probably do, or who knows.
All right, how about this? I'm going to go with this one.
Okay, good. Let me hear it.
When he was sexually assaulted by Kevin Spacey, he contracted something unknowingly, and it went untreated, festered, made its way into his brain, and that's how he died.
Oh my goodness, Greg. Are you devising this all up? I didn't even think of that. That didn't even cross my mind. If anything,
who was the famous person back in the day that died from syphilis or something like that?
From syphilis?
Yeah, wasn't it? What was that old the old bank robber?
I know.
The guy, like back in the day with the Tommy guns and such.
I have no clue. I didn't. That was back in your time. I know. Tommy guns and fucking stick them up.
Oh man, I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay, but so that is no okay. So you're basically giving us more content here by saying that that's what you think could be a conspiracy theory on that specific topic. But I know you have a belief in one specific conspiracy theory that is different from that whole topic altogether. And what the fuck is it, Greg? If you don't tell me on this round, I might have to just completely remove ourselves from this topic.
One specific conspiracy theory. Oh man, that's a hard one.
That's not hard at all. You know so many.
Let me see. There's I do believe there are extraterrestrials at Area 51.
Okay.
Was that not good enough?
Well, it was lackluster at the end of the day. It was lackluster.
I believe there are.
I'm talking about like you believe that the water is filled with poison. you think
where this is going.
You think they're poisoning the water? That's the type of conspiracy theory that you believe in.
In Flint, sure.
Well, just in Flint?
Well, not just in Flint, but I truly believe that the government has given these money makers in Flint the go ahead to dump their waste into the water that is being recycled into drinking water in Flint with no repercussions because it's making them too much money to stop.
Okay. Now, the main thing that stood out to me in that whole entire sentence was you said Justin Flint, which is actually a pretty good name if you think about it.
That actually is.
Yeah.
That'd be a good name for an athlete.
Hi. And it's Justin Flint out on the right, going to the right, passing it up. He's got number 80. I'm gonna have to turn that down in the podcast pretty heavily. Post edit.
I got a crappy cold one.
I got a little what's it called? What's it called when you get a little crazy?
It's called being Nick. I don't know.
Hey, you can't say that. Oh, you want to know a conspiracy theory I believe, Craig?
Sure, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, listen to this. I think that sunglasses. Were you taking a drink?
I was, yeah. That came up my nose, man.
Do you know what sunglasses are?
Yeah, I have a clue.
I think that they made the sun to sell more sunglasses. No, that's a meme I saw the other day. But what I really do believe, Greg, is chapstick and Carmax. Mm-hmm. They only make your lips more chapped, and so you have to buy more chapstick.
I really, really subscribe to that one, man, because my lips never need moisturizer until I start moisturizing them.
Exactly. I don't need to use any, and my lips are plump. They're beautiful. they're moist, just enough, not gross, but just enough to show that I've got some nice lips.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Well, you can be a fan of your own lips.
Sure, you can. I'm a fan of mine.
I'm a fan of mine as well. I was about to Freudian slip and say yours though, because of the. Now, Greg.
Yes, sir.
Did you know that my wife went to the Jonas Brothers concert last night?
No, last night.
Yeah, in Milwaukee.
Oh, that's where the brothers Jonas were.
Yeah, that's where they were, and they sold that bitch out. But listen to this, Greg. She at the last second, her tickets were upgraded to VIP and like pit seats. Oh. And she got to meet the Jonas Brothers.
Wow, that's awesome.
Do you know?
I will say this. They probably got upgraded because they didn't sell enough VIP tickets.
Well, actually, Greg, you would be wrong in that because the reason why she got the tickets was from an airline that sponsors their tour, and then they upgraded the tickets based on the airline and the person that the tickets were from.
So your wife flies a lot?
No, not my wife, but her friend is a pilot.
Oh. Well, why aren't we tripping all the time, man? If she's got a friend pilot, we should be jet setting.
No, she's not a pilot. She's a flight attendant. That's what I meant to say.
Those are two totally different things.
Those are two totally different things. But a flight attendant is a legit job. I'm telling you right now.
If my plane was going down and somebody said, "Can anyone fly this plane?" and someone said, "I'm a flight attendant," I would tell them to sit their ass down.
Why would you tell them to sit down when they could serve you a drink in your final hour? Now, this is no hate to any flight attendants out there. My stepbrother, he actually was almost a flight attendant. Mm. He had to go to for this airline. they're headquartered in Texas or whatever it is. I forget where they were, but he was like one of like thousands of people. It seems he was like one of like 16 to get chosen, and then like could have got that job or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's even a smaller margin too. And my goodness, it was like rigorous. It was crazy. The interview process is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so it's no joke. You got to know. So you guess what? When a flight attendant saves your life one day, Greg, maybe then you'll be grateful.
Well, she's still not going to be flying the plane, but I don't not believe that there.
It doesn't have to be a she. It can be a he. You're male flight attendants.
Why did you just make me a sexist just now?
Well, speaking about this, what is your opinions on Robert Downey Jr. blackface? Just gonna roll right into it.
I'll allow it. Although, let me say,
Hold on, you're breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me good now?
Yep, I can hear you good now.
Okay, and now you're referring to the movie Tropic Thunder, am I right?
I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. It did take me until almost the end of the movie to stop seeing him as Robert Downey Jr. in blackface.
Okay.
By the time I actually accepted him as a black man acting, he had began to actually come out of his character at the end of the movie. So he did a great job, but I just could see the unnatural looks of his face.
That was what's kind of funny about it. Is because
I don't want to like black people, so
you do. You're also related to a couple.
Just a couple.
And I'm related to a black fellow as well. Did you know that, Greg?
I didn't.
I am. I have my best man at my wedding. He's my cousin.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. And but to go back to Robert Downey Jr., there was a bunch of the black community actually. They said they'll allow it. This is very similar to you.
Ah, okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yep, Jamie Foxx, he said it. The other black fellow in the movie that play the guy that would like be mad at him the whole time.
Uh-huh.
He even said it. He said that Robert Downey Jr. would like show up late and he goes, "You know how we always." But I mean, holy shit, that is pushing the boundary. But if you're Robert Downey Jr., you can, you can do that. Have you ever watched the like the deleted scenes of him?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh my goodness, Greg. First of all, hold on. I might do something for you right now to make this work really well.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you've watched the clip, I'm going to cut it back in right into the spot here.
Okay.
So Robert Downey Jr. is literally going crazy in this clip as Sergeant Lincoln Osiris, and the whole time he's got like this. It's his fake family in the movie, and he has them hostage.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna like. He's holding him hostage because he's going crazy, and then he does it, and then Robert Downey Jr. in blackface, in character as his character from Tropic Thunder to the movie, literally gives his son an exorcism in the bathtub by writing in pen on the back of his skin. And the clip ends with Robert Downey Jr. in a bush throwing pieces of hot dogs on the lawn and just looking. That's the whole clip. And if you want to see it, it's called Robert Downey Jr. Behind the Scenes. Robert Downey Jr. Tropic Thunder Behind the Scenes. Go watch it. Tropic Thunder, Lincoln explaining the origins of the universe, and you'll love every single second of it. So now, Greg, would you give him the final pass? Would you say that Robert Downey Jr., if he's doing it to joke, he could do that in a role like that?
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather him be doing it for a role than for him to be doing it as a joke.
Okay, but it was made to be a joke in the movie because it is a comedy movie. You know that, right?
Sure. But it's a role that he was playing, and he didn't overdo it. He wasn't a stereotype of what black people are. He's like people that I actually know.
Is he?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I got uncles that act like that, man.
Really? That's awesome. Because I mean, there's a scene in the movie where he's just like, "Oh man, I could cook up. I could take some of those. I could collard those greens, some chitlins," and he'd be saying stuff like that. And then the other guy would say, "Man, we do not." He's like, "We don't all talk like that." And he's like, well, "I'm just excited about my foods."
Yeah, I got uncles that always got some slick saying that nobody's ever heard of. You can't burn the turkey if you got the fire on blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is that did you just make that one up?
Yeah.
If you did, that was pretty impressive. I would definitely give that to you every day of the week.
Yeah, they always got some kind of cool saying like that. And yeah, I know plenty of people like that.
Can you remember any actual ones, or are you just saving it?
No, they're never memorable. They're just new. They're new
every time.
Yeah.
I get you. That seems like it'd be fun though. Every now and then you get like an idiom that you can take for the rest of your life.
Yep.
if you could lock them down.
Mm-hmm.
So, Greg, we've had all this time. You've probably had plenty of time. Did you watch any of the Star Trek movies?
Yeah.
You did?
I did not. No, I didn't.
Oh my God. My whole entire being just
calm down.
I'm telling you right now, my whole deal just went. Oh. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Hold on. Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What do you think about the Packers? Ow.
Oh man, I think defense is great. Well, okay, let's not go too far. I think the Packers on defense look better than they've looked in a long time. Although they really got to sharpen up. They really got to sharpen. I mean, we looked like we were going to beat the Vikings by 60 points in that first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then they stopped playing football.
Well, could you make an argument saying that Minnesota might have adjusted pretty well?
Yeah, sure. Minnesota adjusted well, but why didn't we adjust after that?
Well, maybe we did, but maybe they had solid coaching, Greg.
Why don't we?
What? Are you just answered my question with a question?
Yeah, if they have solid coaching, then why don't we?
I think we do. It was a battle.
Sure.
It's a battle of wit. They couldn't do anything on their side.
We'll go with that. But I also I've coached football, and I know what that adjustment looks like at halftime or whatever. But you also have to adjust mid-quarter. You have to adjust mid-series as far as what you're seeing on defense. From my perspective, I was the defensive coordinator. So there's constant adjusting that's taking place so that you can gain the upper hand after you see what the opponents are doing. So I think we went in with one game plan and we stuck to it all the way to the end. We were just lucky enough that it was enough to win the game.
I thought our defense did pretty well.
Oh yeah.
And I think we got some studs. I like Jair Alexander. I think he's a stud.
Yeah. Did you know that the Packers have more Notre Dame players than any other team?
Really?
Yep.
We got Equanimous St. Brown.
Uh-huh.
We have who else? I can't name one other person.
Hold on. It'll take me some time here.
Okay. Well, if it's going to take you some time, I have something to fill in that time for a second, if you'd like.
Okay.
And I'd like to tell you about something very, very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Nick's Fact of the Week.
Okay.
So, can I think about this real quick? Here's the fact. You know the Philippines?
Okay, yeah, the country? Sure.
Yep. Yep. Divorce is illegal there.
What?
Yeah, I knew you would react slightly weird to that. Divorce in the Philippines, Greg, is illegal. When you marry somebody, it's over.
Wow. Yeah, I had no clue.
That's all you got on that. Nothing to expand on.
I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Who would get married in the Philippines if you're gonna go to jail if it doesn't work out?
Yeah, I guess but then what if your significant other was like, come on, we're meant to be forever, so why don't we just get married? There's no issue with it. And you just go, just in case. And then like, well, why are you leaving it just in case?
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I don't know, man. I'd be single for a long time if I'd be looking at jail time if it didn't work out. I mean, but why shouldn't we look at marriage that way? Even if it isn't illegal, we should always go into marriage with no backup plan.
Doubt.
Like plan on it being forever.
That's how you should jump into every marriage.
Yep. Well, you shouldn't be jumping into any marriage.
You just jump right in it. How long you known the person? For 2 months?
Yeah.
Just jump into it.
So how long did you and your wife know each other before you got married?
Let's see. I'm carried for. I would say over a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A little over a year.
Because...
And then we got engaged.
Okay. I'm thinking about popping the question, man.
Why would you say that on a podcast?
Well, she knows. We went to go get the ring size and whatnot.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
all your family and everything like that, no?
Well, sure. They have an idea. I haven't set a date or anything like that.
Well, now you're just ruining the surprise by saying something like that.
Well, no. I'm gonna, when I do propose, it will catch her totally off guard.
Really? How are you gonna do it and where?
What time?
What time is that happening?
That I will not reveal.
Okay. Now, but can you give me a hint?
It'll be a time when, geez, I really can't give you a hint. That'll give it away.
It'll be a time where it's just both special for you. Yep. Okay. Well, hey, Greg.
Yep.
Riddle me this. This is Nick's Riddles. And my riddle today for you it's called Welcome to Miami. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the riddle is, what kind of tree can you carry in your hand, Greg?
What kind of tree can you carry in it? We're talking about an entire tree.
What the riddle is exactly as stated, Greg. What kind of tree can you carry in your hand?
Okay. Oh man, I know this is gonna be something I'm gonna feel like I should have known.
Yeah, you really should know this one.
Can you carry in your hand?
Yeah.
I give up, man.
Come on, not give it one stab. Give me one try.
I got nothing. I really got nothing.
It's so the riddle's called "Welcome to Miami."
Okay. Welcome to Miami.
Yeah, welcome to Miami. Menino, yeah, Miami. Welcome to Miami. And what kind of tree can you carry in your hand?
Is the Welcome to Miami a hint?
Yes, it's the title of the riddle. Christ.
Hey, you don't yell at me. Oh man. Welcome to Miami. Welcome to Miami. I got nothing, man. Come
What
on,
kind of tree can you carry in your hand?
I don't know. I really
It's
don't.
a play on words.
What kind of tree can you carry in your hand?
Miami. It's a palm tree.
Oh, come on, man. You know what? That reminds me of some of the riddles my 6-year-old or 7-year-old tells, and you know,
sometimes riddles are that simple, Greg. And if you're just not bright enough to get it, then we'll get you next time.
They're always that simple, and I can never get them, and I hate it.
Well, excuse me. At the end of the day, it's just all about trying your hardest and at least giving it a little bit of an effort and just one shot at it. You could have said pineapple tree.
Well, come on, man. I was gonna say family tree.
Well, that would have been a good guess. And you would have went down swinging. You didn't even freaking fight for your life on that one.
Well, that's fine. I didn't want to look like an idiot. I think I saved myself.
I don't know. I think you would have.
Don't know. You still think I look like an idiot?
Well, here's the thing. You go down not even giving it a shot. You would at least seem slightly creative with what you came up with.
All right. Well, tell you what. Next podcast, I'm giving it the old college try.
Well, good. I'm ready for it. Now, Greg, guess what I just ordered?
What's that?
I ordered a little gym type of thing for my house.
Really?
I got an Olympic barbell.
Okay.
I got weights. I have a bench. I have a thing to put the bar on for either bench or squats, so I can do either or. And my bench also has a preacher curl pad and leg extension thing on it. So, right now I'm doing workouts at a place about 3 times a week. And now I'm going to be starting to do some weightlifting at home instead of getting a membership at a gym to go to another gym.
Well, I will ask you this: do you have space for an elliptical?
I'm sure I could get space for an elliptical.
Well, I have one for free for you, man.
Well,
we'll talk about that post podcast.
Are you going to bring it all the way to Wapaka?
I will not. It's free, man. You better bring your ass here and pick it up.
No, I'm one of those choosing beggars. So you're trying to...
Oh, man.
It's free, and can you deliver it? I'll give you a case of beer.
You know what? I might just use that as a reason to come there anyway.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. You got to see the place.
Yeah, I do.
I got a nice little spot here.
I gotta see it.
You took a snapshot. Where are you taking snapshots of?
I didn't mean to.
Oh,
I
okay.
really didn't mean to.
So yeah, I'm gonna start doing some weightlifting, and I'm just gonna bust out of my shirts now.
Okay. You think that'll happen like day 2?
Well, yeah.
I figured you'd say yeah.
Yep. Now, Greg, I have another little thing for you. Greg?
I'm here.
Okay, Greg, I have another little thing for you. It's the secret ingredient of the week.
Okay.
Okay?
I love
Now,
that.
Now, this is a new one, everyone, and this is one where I'm going to tell you an ingredient where you probably don't use it in your particular dish, but you should. Greg, have you ever had spaghetti?
Time or two, sir.
Okay. Have you ever had spaghetti sauce?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever had maybe marinara in your life?
I have.
Okay. Now, maybe you put a little brown sugar in there or maybe some regular sugar. Have you done that?
No.
Okay. Well, first of all, try that. You're going to love it. You need to put a little bit of sugar in your sauce to balance out the acidity in the tomato
Okay.
sauce that you have. But the next time you put a little brown sugar in there like you normally do, or you normally should, but next time add just a little pinch of cinnamon.
Dude, that's going too. That's once I got my spaghetti all sorted or lasagna or whatever it may be, I'm probably just gonna sit down and eat it. But I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, but that's because you're just you have no idea of what you're doing, and you're just naive to it, and I understand. So you gotta learn as you go, but just put a little dash of cinnamon in there, and don't do too much because then that overpowers the flavor of your sauce. But just a little bit of it, and my goodness, you will see that thing will boost up tenfold, and you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Okay? That's my secret ingredient of the week, and the reason why I say that is that was a recipe passed down from my grandmother. She put a little bit of cinnamon in there, and there's places in Green Bay that use a little cinnamon as well. You want to know what those places are?
What's that?
Sammy's Pizza. They use a little bit of cinnamon.
That's why I don't like it.
No. What?
No, I love Sammy's.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought you would say. Sammy's Pizza is one of the staples of the community. And if you don't think so, get out of here.
I like your Italian accent there. You
Did
brought it full circle.
You know my in-laws are kind of Italian.
How can you be kind of Italian?
Well, because you're not full Italian, but you're partially Italian.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I've been drinking. I've been drinking some different kinds of beer lately.
Okay, what kind of beer are you drinking?
Well, I just went. The first one was Lakefront. Lakefront, and it's a lager. It's made in Milwaukee.
Okay. Yep. Lakefront Brewery.
Yeah, and it's really good. And then I switched to Goose Island. It's an IPA.
Okay.
And it's on the can. It's silver can, and it's got blue that fades to purple, that fades to red, and it says tropical, juicy, and it says hop. So I'm thinking there's going to be a sweet taste to it. And man, is this stuff like unleaded gas.
I'm not the biggest fan of IPAs anymore. I IPA'd myself out in the beginning of the phase.
Yeah, this stuff is really spicy, and it's gross.
Yeah, you don't like drinking that, do you?
I don't, not particularly. I don't.
I'm drinking a Blue Moon in a can right now.
Blue Moon in a can.
Yep, and you know what? It's that time of the season though that Oktoberfest is coming around,
Yeah, sure is.
and I love Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it's really I never do anything celebratory for Oktoberfest. I mean, I know isn't there a thing in Appleton for Oktoberfest?
Yeah, there's things all over the place, downtown Green Bay and everything.
Yeah, I never join any of that stuff, and mostly probably because I'm working until it's all shut down. But maybe this year I'll actually try to enjoy some of the festivities.
Well, go do it because it's great. You just drink a whole bunch of beer and you eat a bunch of German food and things like that.
That sounds like Wisconsin every week.
Yeah, do you like Polish sausage and that?
Yeah, dude.
That like German sausage?
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
I just don't like the sauerkraut.
Why? Why? You're not a sauerkraut guy, huh?
No, I don't like the sour.
It's not sour though.
Oh yeah, it's whatever. Sure, it is. There's some sour to it.
It's fermented.
Well, yeah, I don't like that.
Well,
my mom used to make sausage with sauerkraut, and I would just pick the sausage out.
now, would you eat what's that? A Reuben sandwich?
I've never liked Reuben. I don't like the bread.
What is that, rye?
Yeah, I don't like the rye bread.
I'm not a rye bread fan either. I'd rather have a pastrami sandwich.
Yeah, more the Italian. Love it.
I actually got myself at the grocery store a corned beef brisket, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook that in the pressure cooker for an hour, and then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to season it like you would a pastrami. Then instead of using the seasonings for corned beef, and then from there I'm going to leave it in the fridge for about a day, and then the next day I'm going to put it in the oven for a little bit, and then it's going to be just beautiful tender pastrami.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good.
I'm going to put it on a kind of a thicker sliced white bread, like kind of a homemade baked bread with like a nice crust on it, and I'm going to put just a dash of mustard on it, and then I'm going to eat that pastrami, that beautifully seasoned pastrami and cooked pastrami on that bread, and boy, is that going to be good.
You do know that I haven't eaten dinner yet, right?
Really? What what are you going to have for dinner now? It's late.
Well, I got some leftover KFC for my lunch early.
Oh, nice. What'd you have at KFC?
I had what is it? The golden chicken. It's basically honey mustard barbecue.
Yep, I know that.
With the pickles.
I enjoy that. This little snacker sandwich thing.
No, I actually just had the chicken tender basket.
Oh.
I had a little dilemma though. So here's the problem. I had somebody actually go pick it up for me. One of the guys I work with did a little lunch run.
Okay.
And so he brought the chicken back, and it was absolutely terrible. It was either really overcooked or it was just old. And I went to bite into it, and there's no way you should have to jerk your head around to tear a chicken tender apart. That takes away the tender part of the chicken. So I brought it back immediately, and they gave me a new thing. The only thing is, this time it was a different kind of chicken. It wasn't the kind that I had ordered originally. It was some kind of spicy Cajun stuff.
Ooh, hot Nashville.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And man, that stuff was so greasy.
Yep.
I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat it. So I'm gonna probably like have a couple bites of it. Probably now that some of the grease has drained off, I'll put it on a paper towel.
Oh, wow.
So I'll heat it up and eat that before I head to bed.
You know what I had for dinner tonight, Greg?
What's that?
And I'll leave you with this before I do a Nick's pick of the week, and then we'll end with that. But I made smash burgers. You know what smash burgers are?
No, never heard of it.
So basically, you get 80-20 beef, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to, if you have 1 pound, basically a quarter pound would be 1 burger, okay? And you're going to break it up into pieces, and then you're going to form it back into a ball, almost like a meatball, but you're not going to press on it too much. You want to leave all the nooks and crannies in it.
Okay.
And so you'll have, if you're going to make 4 burgers, you'll have the 4 burgers, and they're all going to be like meatballs. Now, what you do is once you get your, you should use a cast iron pan if you have it, but if you don't, you can use any type of pan. It won't really matter too much. But make sure you have enough room. If you don't have enough room, only do 2 at a time. But you're going to set the meatballs essentially in the pan while it's super hot, and you don't need any butter or anything else because the 80-20 beef is plenty enough fat for that pan. And you're going to take a flat spatula or something that's flat, and you're literally going to just press down on that burger. And you're not going to season them at all at that point either. You're just going to press down on that burger super, super, super hard and get it all flat. And don't worry, if it doesn't need to be super round or anything. It can look crazy and chaotic. And you're going to do that, and you're going to wait, and it's going to just sear. And it's going to kind of be like Culver's, where it's just that, like, they have the crispy ends and it's like dark on top.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a little salt and pepper on the tops while they're searing on the bottom, and then I just drizzle a little bit of mustard on the top right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you flip them over once they're totally caramelized on the bottom, and you do the same thing, and you cook them for about 2 minutes on each side, probably, if it's that hot. And then once you flip them, you just put the cheese on there, and you let the cheese sit on there too. And then when you take them off, oh my God, it's the juiciest, like best texture burger. You'll have the crispy caramelized bits on the end, and you'll have the juiciness on the inside. The cheese will be super melty. The flavors will be popping. And you put that on a bun that you kind of maybe grilled up a little bit, or you toast it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you need. You don't need anything else. Just that.
Yeah, that kind of sounds amazing, man.
Oh man. And they're the easiest and quickest thing to make ever. I promise you that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna definitely give that a shot.
Hey, my wife is coming down. Wife, say hi to the podcast.
Hi, podcast.
You're gonna have to speak a lot louder than that.
Hi, podcast.
Okay, did you hear her?
I heard her.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was my wife, and she is just busy taking care of the house, and she's so good at that.
Yeah.
And we love her for it, right, everyone? So, Greg, my to send it off, I have my Nick's pick of the week, and this is going to be another watch, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and my watch of the week is going to be a show that my wife watched and really, really likes, but it is going to be Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
Okay, but then this is also a sneak into getting in the real show that I'm actually going to talk about, because there is a person on Dancing with the Stars, and his name is Karamo. Do you know who Karamo is, Greg?
No.
He is from the new rendition of a Netflix show called Queer Eye.
Okay.
Have you ever watched it?
Never. No. I have. I've seen the new Queer Eye. They got a black dude on there.
That's Karamo.
That was okay. That's him. All right. I
Yeah,
was
that's
excited
him.
that there's a black queer now.
Yeah, and he's kind of like the life coach type of guy on there, or they call him the one that makes everybody cry because he's always getting people that get real deep in their feelings, and he's a great guy. But the show Queer Eye on Netflix is one of the most heart touching shows. It's not like it was back in the day, which was kind of like it was a joking thing. They helped people out, but not as much as they are in this fashion here. Go ahead and watch Queer Eye because I've cried on every single episode, Greg.
Really?
Years ago.
You've cried on every Queer Eye episode?
Hold on.
We're not on ketchup.
Shelly just found out an evil, twisted thing that I lied about. Accident.
Oh no!
Yeah.
All right. Well, now you got to tell me.
What was that?
Now you got to share. What's the lie?
So Shelly got home, and when I made these burgers, I'll take care of this. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here, Shelly. So,
You are so lucky you're doing a podcast right now.
Yeah, luckily, because right now I'll slightly get away with this, but not really. But so we made burgers tonight, and Shelly went into the fridge, and she's like, "Where's the ketchup?" And I said, "Shelly, you don't need ketchup with these." And she goes, "But yeah, I want ketchup." I'm like, "Well, we ran out of ketchup." But really, what I knew all along was I had left the ketchup downstairs, and I did not re-refrigerate it. And she will not consume ketchup after it has not been re-refrigerated.
Wow.
And she came down here while I was doing the podcast, and she found the bottle that I left down here.
Oh, well, now you're getting a divorce.
So now we're getting a divorce. I'm moving out. I'm back in Green Bay. Nope. I'm gonna apologize, and I'm gonna say sorry, and I'm gonna say, hey, at that point in time, it was better just to say that, so you didn't get mad, and you could just enjoy yourself at that time. So it was kind of for the greater good of all things.
Wow.
Oh God! She was listening to me that whole time. She said, "Oh, was it?" So, right when Shelly got home, maybe I did go on my phone while we were eating, and I apologized to her. But before that, we didn't have any ketchup, and I knew that that bugged her a little bit. So Greg, the
woman loves they ketchup.
Women do love they ketchup. So it's a shame.
Ask Greg what he thinks about a burger without ketchup.
What do you think about a burger without ketchup, Greg?
I think a burger without ketchup is just fine.
He says that's just fine.
You guys are.
Just give me a
She hit you with a Yeah. I'm sorry, Greg, but that's what it is. But anyways, Queer Eye, and it's not Queer Eye for the straight guy anymore, because they'll do anything. They'll do not like that. Like that. But it could be a girl, could be a guy, could be a lesbian, could be a gay dude.
Sounds like my kind of party, man.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh goodness.
So that's Nick's picks of the week. Greg, do you have anything final to say? I definitely think we're feeling a little bit better this week. I feel a little bit better about the energy of this podcast this week.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
Yep.
I do want to say, I have a friend, and I don't want to end it on a somber note, but I have a friend. Her name is Rachel, And I just found out that she's going through some pretty tough issues, man. So I just wanted her to know. I did send her the podcast. She checks it out. So I just want her to know that we're thinking about her and that everything will be all right.
Absolutely. And you know what? And you said her name was Rachel, correct?
Yeah, Rachel.
Rachel, I hope things get better. And you know what? You're strong-willed enough. You can get there. I promise you. I don't know you, but if you're a listener to the Nick Knows Nothing podcast, you're family now. And,
oh yeah.
And these colors don't bleed. So just make sure you keep on checking out the podcast if you just want a few giggles here and there, and we can at least help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Greg, thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate that.
Yep. It's all love, man.
It's all love. And Greg, it's always all love with you. For the people that don't know, I am cutting out the Delta joke about Greg. So,
well, they won't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. So it'll just be like they will have no clue. And to the people that have listened all the way to this point, once again, my goodness, you're part of the OGs. And it's probably only a few, very, very slim few of you. But let's keep it going.
Oh, yeah.
And, keep it going. Keep on listening. We love the retention on here, and we got to have it. I need to have my retention. Greg?
Yes, sir.
Have a great night. I love you with all my heart. I love my wife once again, even though maybe sometimes I do forget the ketchup in the basement.
You should probably stop doing that.
I should probably really stop doing that. And at the end of the day, give us a comment. What do you think about what do you think about leaving ketchup in the basement? Greg, would you eat ketchup if it wasn't refrigerated?
Yeah, I don't think. Does ketchup have to be refrigerated? It's not like mayo, right? It's not like mayo.
No, technically it does not have to be refrigerated.
I mean, if tomatoes can be left out of the fridge, so can ketchup. My grandmother used to pick green tomatoes and sit them in the windowsill so they'll ripen the rest of the way.
Okay, now, and you've had ketchup, let's say, like at McDonald's.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not refrigerated, is it?
It is not. It's not, dude. Either in the packets or the little squirt thing.
No, none of it. So let's just put that in the bank for next time. Okay.
Dude, you gotta spend it wisely. Whatever you put in the bank, don't spend it frivolously.
No, I won't. But I'll keep it in there and I'll let it grow. Now, Greg, you have yourself a great night. I love you more than anything, and have a great night once again.
For sure, man. You too.
And everyone, thanks for listening to Nick Knows Nothing podcast. Okay.